Has this ever happened to you? You open your laptop, you log in, you grab your favorite USB drive, you plug it in, and unknown partition. So now what do? What do you do? So there could be a lot of tools online that you'll find, and you'll Google some recovery software, and then you might pull up a lot of the recovers and all the other ones, and the ones I covered in my other video. But I'll give you a list of the ones you should probably be using and the ones the professionals use like me. So I mean, we trust these tools for a reason because they're good. You know, there's home edition, so you don't have to buy the pro version, which is pretty expensive. So yeah, so let's get right into it. So let's go over to my computer and let's go have a look. So the first one that I would recommend, it's probably the cheapest and one of the easiest to use. So there's a pro version and there's a home version. So for the basic home user, I think this would be the best. It's quite easy to use and it's not too expensive. So ReclaiMe is it's a Russian software, as most of these are anyways. It can handle a lot of different file systems, including the more obscure ones and things like that. So if you look at the purchase price for this one, it's about $80, and they update it quite frequently, so you'll get updates and all that stuff, and I think they have support as well. Then another one that I would recommend would be their pro version. The pro version is let me see if I can find it. I think it's a different website altogether. Yeah, ReclaiMe Pro. So this is the pro version. This one's it's about $800. So I mean, if you're running a company, it probably makes more sense to buy this one. But if it's just for basic data recovery, I would recommend ReclaiMe. Here it is. Here I have it on this computer. I don't have all of these that I'm going to show on this computer, but I have most of them. See, every time you launch it, you might get an update. So it usually scans for your hardware, all that stuff. And it also works, well, most of these will work with Guardonix or USB stabilizer. Stay tuned. This video on the Guardonix and USB stabilizer is coming up hopefully after New Year's. I had plans to get it out earlier, but unfortunately because some things came up, I didn't have a chance to get to it. But I think because I launched Guardonix, they kind of screwed up ReclaiMe. Well, that's great for a YouTube video. Let's launch it again. So yeah, so this is launching. So yeah, ReclaiMe is pretty good. I'm gonna say no to this. Like I said, they have support and all that stuff, and you can pay with PayPal and Visa and your usual methods of payment. Let's just hit cancel on this. So this is the interface. So you can choose the disk, and then you can just hit start, and it will start scanning. And at the very beginning, it will stop, and then you can kind of see the file system, and if you don't see what you want, then you can hit continue, and then you continue to scan. So that's the first one, is ReclaiMe. Okay, next one is Getdataback from RunMe Software. This is another one that's pretty good. This is actually really good with if you have FAT32 and exFAT file systems. I find this one probably be the best for FAT32 and exFAT. Sometimes I had some drives that were just beyond repair, and I was able to run Getdataback, and I got what I needed. I don't know what the cost is for this one. I think you have to email them. Let me see here. Yeah, I think you have to email them, but this one's not very expensive. But this one's also pretty good. Like I said, they have different products. They have the RAID Reconstructor, and then going back to ReclaiMe, they also have a RAID software as well. But anyways, they have the RAID Reconstructor, they have the Captain Nemo, what else they have? NAS recovery, drive image explorer. So they have a lot of different tools you can purchase from them and try. And this one you can get a demo version. You can play around with it first before you purchase it. So so that's always good. Okay. The next one is RStudio. This is now we're getting into the more professional tools. So RStudio is really good because RStudio, if you get the pro version, you can connect to DeepSpar Imager remotely. So this will be expensive if you get the technician version, but if you go with just a regular Windows, Mac, or Linux version, then it's only 50 bucks. I think this is in Canadian pesos too, so that's a pretty good price. So the one you want is RStudio for Windows, but like I said, there's Mac and Linux version. I've used the Linux version, I've used the Mac version, depending on what I'm doing, but they also have other tools, drive image, wipe and clean, and some other stuff. So definitely this one's worth checking out. This will be, I mean, if you're doing data recovery professionally, this is probably the one you should have to begin with. So yeah, RStudio from r-tt.com or r-studio.com. Next is Raise Data Recovery. I don't particularly use this very often. I think I have the demo. I never purchased this one before. They have a demo, just like most of these tools that I'm showing. They all have a demo version you can play with and see if it fits what you need. So this one I think is made by SysDev. I think SysDev is the one that makes my next tool on my list. SysDev is pretty good. So yeah, they make Raise Data Recovery. So this is another one. I think this is still fairly easy to use if you're to use it. I think you just select the drive and go next. And I should mention, as with most data recovery software, if you are going to use it, as you're recovering the data, do not write back to the drive you're recovering from, because you're just going to make it worse. You're going to lose the data you're trying to recover. So always recover to another target drive somewhere, another computer, another hard drive, or if you're recovering from a USB drive, recover to your hard drive, and vice versa. Never recover back to the drive you are trying to recover. Okay, next one on the list, and this is a really good one too. I use this quite often. UFS Explorer. This is also from the same company that made the other one, Raise Data Recovery I was just talking about. So they have many different products. They have the RAID edition. They have the network RAID and standard recovery and video recovery, and they even have one for DVRs. The support is here great. I had a very complicated recovery I couldn't figure out on my own, and I used their support, and they loved it remotely. They were able to help me. So I mean, there's no shame in that. Can be an expert in everything, right? So yeah, they're pretty good. How much is it? I know I have the Pro version, which is I think 600 euros. But I think how much is it now? Yeah, 600 euros. I don't know if they have a home edition. I don't think they do. They might not. I think maybe this is why there's Raise Data Recovery. I don't know. Anyways, I use the Pro version at 600 euros. And I also have the RAID edition, which is also another 600-700 euros. So UFS Explorer is another one that's really worth getting. Okay, next and last on my list is DMDE. This one will be the most complicated one. This one's not very easy to use if you don't know much about file system and data recovery or things like that. This might be a little bit challenging. I mean, it's still simple to use, but this one is very good. I mean, as a professional, you should have them all anyways. But DMDE is really good, and this is probably the cheapest one. You can buy this for I think 20 bucks. Yeah, so 1 year is $20 if you want to buy it. Think they have another version if I'm not mistaken. They don't, but anyway, this is what it looks like. You can see it's very simple, nothing crazy. You choose your drive and then you scan it. But this one's really good too. I do recommend this one if you're on a budget and really all you can afford is $20. Then I guess DMDE would be the best thing to choose. So that would be it for all my different software that I recommend for data recovery, whether it's just the one USB drive you have an issue with, and this is all for logical recovery. This is not for drives that are failing or USB sticks that are not showing up at all because the controller failed. And this is just simply for logical recovery. If you deleted some files or drive shows up as raw, not formatted, or you format your drive by accident, as long as it's not an SSD, as you saw in my previous video, then this one definitely, one of these tools will definitely help you. Some of these, like I said, the RStudio has some advanced features. So before I go, I do want to have some of you and go to Reddit, and there's a subreddit that I'm a part of. It's here called Ask a Data Recovery Pro. I'll link all these tools and this subreddit below. There's some really smart people there. I'm listed here as the technicians. You can see me, I'm right here. So definitely come there if you need help. They'll point you in the right direction. If you need someone local to you for data recovery, they'll point you in the right direction. So you have all the tools listed here. But yeah, so reddit.com/r/ask-a-data-recovery-pro. Check that subreddit out. Anyways, that will be it for this video. I will try to have another one soon. I know I need to review the Guardonix and USB stabilizer. I've gotten it from DeepSpar 2 months ago as a review unit, and I really had no time to put it together, so I just started filming it. I have half of it filmed already. It's just I haven't got a chance to put it together. I need one more item for this video to be done. I need a specific USB controller, which I've ordered, and it just got delayed, so I'm just waiting for that to come through. So hopefully sometimes in January I'll have that video out. You can see on my screen that it is here. I'll tell you exactly what it does. So it basically isolates the whatever you plug into it, whether it's a hard drive or USB, and if it's failing, if it's got some kind of instability, the Guardonix itself or the USB stabilizer will actually stabilize the reading procedure, so you can use any of your favorite recovery software. There's other things you can do as well. You can plug it into other recovery tools. So there's a lot there to unpack. So this is definitely not in this video, but it will be in the next. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next year.